Hi everybody, Tasha here from Pixie Mommy's Reborns. Welcome back, and to everyone new, hello and welcome to my channel. So I have Shae here with me. She's going to help out today making my video. To those of you new, I'll introduce her. This is Shae. She's a reborn doll, to those of you that are just joining from the outside. And she is the Maizi sculpt by Andrea Arcello or Arcello. I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce that. And I've had her in my collection for well over a year now. She's been with me. Yes, you have. She is such a happy girl. Let me show you guys close up. Look at that girl. Look at that face. Look at that face. Isn't she such a sweetie pie? So yeah, she's gonna help me out. And to those of you that may ask, her outfit is it is a Jessica Simpson. That's the brand of these little overalls with shirt. And Marshall's, ladies, $10 at Marshall's. Isn't this the cutest? I'm like, oh my gosh, I love this. And the little shoes are suede. They are Baby Gap, and these I also scored at Marshall's last season. So they get like a lot of cute stuff. So anyhow, we're gonna get started. I'm not sure exactly how I'm gonna wind up titling this video, but I'm not sure if it's gonna be like a mishmash or there are several topics that I wanted to address, and probably better not to address them all in one video. Probably better to like talk about them in separate videos. So you know what? I'm going to, because I'm kind of like backed up behind. I've just, nothing bad, just, lots going on. So I wanted to hit on the elitism topic that had been going around in this community. So that will be the subject of elitism in doll collectors, and the word elitism being used as like a derogatory term, like to pick on people, to make fun of people, or to like, label people. It's not, wasn't being used like in a nice way. So I'll tell you guys that when I came into this community, when I first came in, this topic was going around. I remember channels talking about this specifically, and it was like the same thing where you had newer channels that came in that kind of got together with perhaps people here that were already I don't know, I want to say judgmental upon everybody, just like not happy-go-lucky channels, put it that way. And they would form an opinion and make a judgment on reborn and silicone doll collectors, that if you fell into a certain category, and I don't really know what exactly the standards are, if they're looking at it like you have to be someone that spends a certain amount on dolls or clothing, have dolls by certain artists. I'm really not sure exactly, because many times when you have that where people are like bullying people and picking on people, there really isn't necessarily any rhyme or reason other than jealousy, poor self-esteem on their end, lack of content, that they're, just looking for things to pull from other people's channels to talk about. I don't like this one. I don't like that one. Look at what this one does. Look at, that sort of thing. So there isn't necessarily a big rhyme or reason behind it, but apparently, they grouped, certain ladies in as, quote, elitists in a bad way. And what is actually being said is that that these elitists are picking on others, making them putting them down, making them feel bad for others that have less expensive dolls. I think I got the gist of that right. So first off, I will say, since I have been here and when this topic was going around the first time in the community, and of course we all start out somewhere, and a lot of us start out kind of just dabbling and getting our feet wet, so we're not necessarily buying the most expensive dolls for us, for our budget, for our, comfort level, however you want to say, right out of the gates. We're, seeing if we enjoy the hobby, if we like if we like the dolls, etc. So of course I started with, inexpensive, secondhand dolls as well. I still buy secondhand, but, so I started there as well, and I can definitely say that I've never been picked on by anyone here, for that reason, for not having an expensive doll, for not having expensive clothes. You all probably remember, and I'm still a total thrift shop at junkie and sale kind of person anyways, how I got thrown in this elitism. Anywho, but in the beginning, I just ran to my local church's thrift shop and got everything in the size the baby was coming in, just oh my gosh, I have no clothes, I know many of us have done that because I've done videos talking about that, and many of you have commented and be like, yeah, I did the same thing. And then as you go along, you number one, you realize that you are really enjoying the hobby, that you're having a lot of fun here, so you're willing to perhaps invest a little more, save a little more, put more in for dolls, clothing, etc. The whole just hobby. And you begin to refine your taste, and a lot of us realize kind of almost less is more, it's not a real baby, you don't need, it's, stuff isn't going into the wash, where it's oh my gosh, what am I going to put on them when this is in the wash, so to speak. So we can, often we will refine our taste, as far as that. Never got picked on, never once, never got picked on coming in, nor have I ever seen any of these ladies being talked about picking on anyone or making anyone, feel bad or leaving anyone out, for any reason, let alone how much they spend on dolls and clothing. What I have seen since I came in, and now this topic, has circulated again, of course, you got the influx of new channels and people that, don't take a sit back to let their journeys happen, because you're not necessarily in the same mindset that you were 3 months ago, 6 months ago, a year ago, 2 years ago, etc. Things change as you experience the hobby. So, it's bold of people to come in and say, I got it all figured out. I'm going to tell you all the rules, how it works, how it goes, etc. right out of the gates. It just is. I definitely, and I had my opinions when I first came in as well. I'm sure I made mistakes as well, which is what I'm telling you all. We think we know what we know, but as we go along, we start to realize things. But I definitely would say, hey, I'm new here. I don't know it all. This is, I'm learning as I go. And here's my experience so far. This is what I've experienced. This is what's going on now, etc. Not, hey, I'm gonna go tell you all up ahead. Just anyway. But the influx of new channels coming in now are, more brazen in that way. So be it. So what I have seen is ladies being picked on, bullied, literally made fun of for choosing to buy expensive dolls. Yeah, actually being picked on. How could they spend that much money, and they think they're this and that, being actually picked on. So I'm sorry, should everybody just go by what other people say just to fit in with them, just to not get picked on? I mean, is that the most ridiculous thing? This is a doll collecting hobby, people. Doll collecting. Reborn and silicone, or really any kind of, there's all kinds of doll collectors, and here's doll collecting. There's no rules. There's no right or wrong way. And it's none of anybody else's business how much somebody spends, what their budget is, what they choose to spend their money on in comparison to how they live, etc., etc. How the heck does that go into anybody else's business? We're all on the internet, on YouTube, in a worldwide doll collecting hobby. Other people's finances are just none of other people's business. And if people are sharing, how they evolved in doll collecting because they have viewers that are saying, oh, I wish I could afford that. I wish I could have that kind of doll, etc. And as channel creators, people are trying to explain to people, look, this is where I started out, and this is, how I went along through the years and what happened. And that is not picking on people. That is not making fun of people. That's trying to help people. I mean, like, seriously. Anyway, so that's what I have to say about that. It's absolutely ridiculous. In the grand scheme of things, and other channel creators have talked about this, we are all elitists. Dolls are not necessities. They're not food, they're not clothing, they're not shelter. So any amount of money that you spend on a collectible doll, a lifelike doll, a reborn, whether it be $100 or $10,000, whatever, it is, you're all elitists. You're all spending money on something that you do not need. So, I mean, it's so ridiculous. So you're going to look at anything in life. Look at the things ladies buy: purses, shoes, jewelry. Some people buy inexpensive costume jewelry, and some people buy $20,000 diamond rings. I mean, how does that matter? And this is a YouTube community here. When we come on and we're channel creators, when we're viewers and channel creators, and we're all interacting, that's the whole point, is to talk about the hobby and what you're doing in the hobby, and showing the dolls that you're buying, and showing the clothing that you're buying, and saying, this is the brand, this is where I got it, this is where you can go and buy it, this is the doll, this is the sculpt, this is the artist. It's people showing what they love and what they're enjoying. So anyway, what I see with that whole elitism thing is the same old song and dance, nothing different than when I first came in. And I guess it just circulates around, and this time around I'm in a different category. I'm not brand new here. I'm where I am. I'm actually being, grouped in, with ladies that are being labeled. And that's what I have to say about it. I certainly have never picked on anyone for their, how much their dolls or their clothing costs or whatever. All we can do is come on and share the dolls that we have, the clothing that we are buying, what we're enjoying, we are sharing with you. I mean, we're doing what everybody else is doing. So why should there be a label on it? Why should there be some sort of limit? Let people do and spend what they want and what they enjoy and what they're comfortable with and what their budget is, whether it's low, medium, high, it doesn't matter. And nobody should be, policing the community over how much is spent on dolls. It's ridiculous. Absolutely absurd. So that was my talk on the elitism thing, because I didn't get to talking to it yet. I'll get picked on for that. Whatever, that my life is busy, that my whole life isn't YouTube, that I'm not minute by minute on the news on everything that's going on. And you know what? Then, don't watch me. If I'm not bringing things to you fast enough, then why are you watching me? It's as simple as that. Which kind of rolls on into the next topic, I guess. But there's really not much to say. It's really just not much to say on that. Yeah, every so often something will get sent to me where I'll pop over and look at what's going on, with channels picking on me or whatever, because I'm like, oh my gosh, that is like absolutely hysterical. Like, seriously, you're like, what? And like, should I be charging royalties, guys? I mean, seriously, if somebody has a channel that the entire channel is based upon what me and a few other ladies do and what they don't like about it and what they think is wrong with me and a few other ladies, I mean, like, should we be getting royalties or something? Because these people would not have content if it wasn't for, yes, hating us. And we did not make up the word hate, people. This has been going on since the dawn of time. It's been going on since YouTube. Haters, channels that are loved and people that are loved, they also have a group of haters, the little hater groupies. It's what it is. It's what it is. You hate somebody, you hate somebody. And if you're going to be public about it and make it your business that's all you talk about is how much you dislike other people and what you think is wrong with other people, what do you expect? What else you want to call it? Stalking, obsession, unkindness. Get a life. I don't know. Seriously, guys, for the umpteenth millionth time, and this isn't gonna do these people any favors. They're not gonna listen to me, and heck, thank you for the view. Thank you for the watch time, the views. Thank you for that I'm always on your mind every day, that you're talking about me every day in every one of your videos. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But if you want to save yourself the feeling angry and jealous and hateful to where you want to like talk about people like that, if you want to save a boatload of time from watching everybody's mood, where they comment, all of that, it's really easy. All you have to do when you don't like somebody is don't watch. Don't click on their videos. Don't watch. Don't go read through their comments or wherever else they're commenting. Don't watch their videos. Don't click on their channels and look at their community walls. Don't go on to their other social media pages. If you know you don't like that person and you don't like the things that they post, the things that they say, and the things that they do, Why are you watching them? Well, yes, obviously, except for the purpose of having content for your channels, because that's what you're going back to your channels and using to put out there to your viewers. And look, I get it. You know, some people, and I'm not, I know this is going to say this as like a not, you know, like a jab or a throwing shade or whatever. But seriously, not everybody is cut out for YouTube to hop on video to like be public. So some people don't have things to talk about, ideas. Maybe they don't feel confident or good about themselves or what they're doing enough to just share their doll collections themselves talking. Do you know what I'm saying? And I really am not saying that to be like in a mean way. I'm just saying it's not, you know, it's not for everybody. You know, because believe me, everybody that comes here in this hobby that are, you know, doll collectors and really into the babies and having fun with YouTube and with the dolls and all of that stuff, they don't want to hear somebody talking about other people in every single video, in every single, you know, people want to see the dolls and changing videos and talking and it just fun and happiness. I get it. I know life is not always a bowl of cherry and a bowl of sunshine. And that's why I come on and I do these videos and I bring you all not just happy, happy, joy, joy, because there are actually some legitimate issues and things that go on in communities, on YouTube, etc., that we need to address. But for the love of God, do we need to address every little tiny thing somebody does that you don't like when it's so easy just not to watch? Anyway, all right, guys, so I have some exciting news if you're still here listening, right? Do we have some exciting news? Yes, we do. We got exciting. Should we tell them? Should we tell them? Yes, Shae said we should tell you. Yes, I announced it on Instagram, and we have a new baby coming to the nursery tomorrow. Yes. So look out, stay tuned tomorrow for y'all know what. What are we gonna have? Yeah. So we're gonna have a box opening tomorrow. Just a baby. This baby I bought, you know, secondhand, so it's just gonna be just the baby. But we'll have that. Doing a little fun. I don't know if you call it a skit or whatever, but and I do this with a lot of my babies. Like I think about how they are entering my nursery, whether it be you know, like what kind of birth, what kind of delivery. So this one is gonna be a water birth, a home water birth. So we're getting prepared. The contractions are coming. They, you know, they're maybe still like 10 minutes apart and not too strong, but it's the evening time here and I expect, and of course, all of you that are looking at me like I'm nuts, just a little role play, just a little fun. So I expect to labor through the night. Yes, and deliver in the morning. So Shae is one of my older babies here, so she is ready. She's gonna hang out with Mama and say, let's do this. Yes. We did a fun photo shoot with Shae the other day. That's up on my Instagram as well. I always put my Instagram name down in the description of my videos if you would like to enjoy my photos. All right, everyone. Make sure you are subscribed and that you hit that notification bell. Very important, ladies and gentlemen, because if you want notification when I next upload and to receive invites to my live streams, you will want to have the notifications on. And this way, you won't miss the new baby coming tomorrow. Yes, another one. And I'm super, super excited about this baby. I really am. So, all right, everyone. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know in the comments below what you think about the word elitism being used to label ladies here, to make fun of, to separate and put people in a certain category. I don't think it's a nice thing to do. I don't think it's nice to be, I just don't. I've never ever seen ladies. It's also, again, it's just not. We're all elitists. We're all spending money on something frivolous, on a hobby, on something that we don't need. So regardless of how much, because everywhere in life, you're going to see people with, big houses, small houses, in between, people that travel, people that don't, people with expensive clothes, people with not. You're going to see extreme ends of it. You're going to see people with 99-cent flip-flops on their feet from Walmart, and you're going to see people that spend $5,000 on a pair of shoes. I mean, it's life. You see that all over. So to come here in a hobby where everyone's having fun, it's worldwide, ladies and gentlemen, worldwide, and there's a huge price range of Reborn and then into the silicone dolls. Huge. So who's anybody to say how people should spend their money, budget their money, whatever else they got going on in life? That's their business, So anyway, let me know what y'all have to say about that, what y'all think about that. And this week, we are going to talk about the COPA and FTC and the whole widespread panic that is going on for channel creators on YouTube, and what I will be doing here on my channel with all the upcoming changes, and we can talk about that. I actually want to hold a live stream so that we can get together and share some ideas, some thoughts, and everybody can talk about what they're doing. So that'll be later in the week. Right now, let me know what you think about the whole elitism thing, if you're not sick to death of hearing that by now, because I jumped on that kind of late. But anyway, I'm in a good mood. I'm getting ready to finish laboring and my water delivery tomorrow. So, all right, everyone, stay tuned. Thanks for watching. God bless.